Vio here. Today we're going to be talking about Berserker Soul, a quick play spell card that in my opinion is not as good as people think it is. First thought when people see it is excavate, so it must be Sylvans, and in my opinion I don't think it's even good in Sylvans. Here's the effect. When a monster you control inflicts 1500 or less damage to your opponent by a direct attack, discard your entire hand, minimum 1. Excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a monster card, send it to the graveyard. And if you do that, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Then repeat this effect up to 7 more times or until a non-monster card. If a non-monster card is excavated, place it on top of your deck. You can only activate 1 per turn. Why is this card bad? This card needs you to have a direct attack by a monster with 1500 or less attack. That is going to be nearly impossible, especially with the build most people are going with, trying to get out XYZs and Synchros as soon as possible, if not by the end of the first turn. This need for setup means that you're not going to be having a monster on the field with 1500 or less attack while your opponent has an empty field or a way for you to attack directly. This card, for that very simple reason, is going to be bad. Now, if you use this in conjunction with the other trap card that was just released on when your opponent attacks you, you can attack directly instead, that could be a possible situation where it'll work. But this card itself, on its own, trying to work in a Sylvan deck of the sort, will not work. Now, how is this card any good? You can try and use this in a deck like Zombies. I know I always mention these decks, but these are just kind of, in my opinion, staple decks that can utilize simple basic cards. The reason why it would work in a zombie deck is you can get a direct attack off assuming that your opponent has nothing. And when you do, excavating all the monsters of the graveyard will be decent. Now, there's the reason why I'm saying this could be better in Zombies than it wouldn't be in this deck is the fact that you have to discard your entire hand to do so. So first of all, you have to get a way to attack directly with a monster with 1500 or less attack. If you do meet that condition, then you have to be able to discard your entire hand without problem, excavate without excavating to a spell with no problem, and at the same time have all of this go perfectly while everything's going to the graveyard. In my opinion, this situation will happen a lot less than people are hoping it will, and it is not as consistent. And it is an overall bad card. You can try it and test it. If you think that this card's good, show me below in the comment section why you think it's good and what deck you can use it in, because I personally can't see it in Sylvans. There are other decks that people are saying, like the Better Man was talking about Watts because they can get their direct attacks off, but I just don't see the excavating as that important. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think. Sorry about the wind. I've been trying to talk around the wind, but it's very difficult to talk around the wind when you don't know when it's going to come. Thanks for watching. Yeah.